at Monday night's episode of the Blitz Pickup. I've officially been here for a week, probably more than Alex can say, but anyway, that's fine. We don't need to get into that. So we have some things to talk about tonight. One of them is I'm kind of interested in what we're all expecting for mandatory minicamp. The other thing is T-Stead went on Nightcap and had some comments, and I'm kind of curious to see what the guys think about it. And of course, we're going to talk about Tua because we need to. And he has a rivalry with the month of September that I'm interested in. So without further ado, I will bring up the guys.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. First of all, taking shots at Alex is unacceptable. You ain't even been here for a full week. What?
I was gonna say, this is the second time that Lou hasn't shown up since I got on the
that's
show.
my second point. But second off, you talk about bring up the guys. Where's Lou?
This is the second time he hasn't shown up since I started. So I don't know why he think that all of a sudden I came and he can call out all the time now.
I don't know. I get in one little debate on X, and now he can't. You need to put a poll in the chat. Did Lewis pick a side? That's what I'm trying to figure out. No, you take shots at Alex. I'm taking shots at Lou.
That's fine.
To show up.
Hold
on, Jess. For all y'all, can we get the results of the poll? Can I? Let me see. Yeah, all y'all start. They tried to set us up, make us start after 7:45, but we got here before 7:45. So I want to see the results of the poll. Let me see. The results of the poll was after was 54% and before was 40. Okay, we got it. Okay, a couple of people had a little confidence
in us.
Okay, I'm a little shocked. I expected it to be like 65, 35 at best, but hey, I'll take it. You got there. Oh, what Shake said? You got here 30 seconds after 7:45. Thank you very much.
See? I had a
That's cap. That's cap. No, it didn't. Once you see the countdown, that means we started the show. The countdown is part of the show, so I don't know about all that.
But that other poll about Lewis picking a side, that's an interesting. You see?
Wait. They really put that in there. Yo, shout out to the producer. In the back.
Can we also highlight Jose Valdez's comment, because that is not a Sixers poster. That's SGA.
So, Jess, you know how I said, I might not go out because so we could run the show normal. I just got a text. I forgot it's my homeboy's birthday.
So now you have to go out.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Hey, listen, man.
Take a shot for me and Lou.
That's cap. Taking a shot is crazy. I just told this girl that I started a 3-day fast, and she telling me on an empty stomach to go out and take shot. This is kind of.
I'm just trying to be supportive.
It really be support what?
Because I know you're not a lightweight. So just go out. You're going to be fine.
Technically, with no food in your system, everyone is a lightweight. So we're not doing that.
Yes. See?
Yo, no, y'all not going to be, first of all, y'all not going to be working against me because I'm up here by myself. This is not what we're doing today, man. For real.
Take a shot.
Once the Thunder win,
isn't that what Drake said?
I'm just waiting on the Bills, and all of them teams will have ring. The Bills? Sean, don't do that, Bill. No. Scott Jackson said 2 times. 2 times what?
2 times that you should take a shot for me.
That's cap. No, we ain't doing that. The fact that y'all are bad influence is crazy. Y'all supposed to be a good influence me to stay healthy, influence me to not drink on an empty stomach. And y'all doing this? Uh-oh. Hey, you talking trash. Popped up.
That's a fact. Bing bong.
Oh, no. That was late. So you see what she told me? If Lewis shows up, Tony will be taking the shot. Lou, what happened, Lou? He say, Tone, take a shot for every Super Bowl the Bills lost. That's crazy. That's for the road. We ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Lou, man, what happened? Lou, you here? Dang, we was looking forward to talking our trash, man.
Yeah. Hey, I sure was. I was ready.
Is he here? Or did he back? Oh, he probably haven't.
Yeah,
I've been here for 36 and Lou is already getting, I mean, for 30 seconds and Lou is already getting bodied. That's facts. All right, man, we good. Let me fight back, Lou. Lou, you there? Is he there right now?
Mike Best said Lou definitely picked a side.
Oh, he came back in. There you go.
He
there
hit
you
twice
go.
now.
The other one gonna get up out of here.
We got double Lou.
We got it's a double.
That's the last thing anybody needs.
Lou, he say Lou here. There goes the neighborhood. Don't say Lou, and we can't hear. Hold on, Lou having some technical difficulties. He say Lou still recovering from Friday night. We're having Friday night.
Hey, man, hold on, man. Can y'all hear me, man?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's good, Lou?
Hey, man, listen. I'm in the boonies right now, so I'm still working. Look, when I'm gonna tell you right now, right? I will be back, right? But hey, that's some nasty work in the chat, goddamn. Hey, so we picking sides now? That's what we doing?
We were trying to figure out, Lou.
I just want to know, is that what we doing up here? Are we picking sides?
I was asking for a friend. That's
okay, all right. Hey, like I said, I will be back because I'm trying to get out the boonies. But no, we will address this at a later date. No. Hey, y'all be good, man. I'll be back.
Shout out to Lou pulling up, man. All right, go ahead. We good, Jess. What's up, man?
Are you ready? Because I have a lot of questions for you.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Listen, man.
All right.
Now I know my dog ain't picking side. I might be a little bit more ready. I was ready to get turned for a minute.
Well, maybe you can on Wednesday.
Yeah,
that's
good though.
Back. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to talk to you about minicamp. I don't really want to talk about it, but we will. We
supposed to be happy for to get back to football. No, you already doom and gloom, like for real.
I'm really not doom and gloom. I just
why you not looking forward to minicamp?
I'm just not. I'm not excited.
All right, answer the question. Let me see if I'm enthusiastic about minicamp. It's a midget camp.
Midget camp. That's wild.
Shake, that's kind of wild. But go ahead. Ask me the question. Let me see.
So I got a couple questions for you. So you want me to ramble them off to you at one time? 4 questions? Are you ready for that?
Yo, that is wow.
Dave.
However you want to do it.
That's my ball team. That's my college team for ball. Them Nova boys.
I'm saying, you know what I'm mad at? We've been in here for over 8 minutes, and Dave, the first one, said something about the Villanova shirt. I mean, sweater. You know, this is crazy. Now, Chad, y'all got to tighten up, man. We can't be. I know she's a female, but we can't be taking it easy on her.
I had my Canes hoodie on earlier, and I took it off and put this one on.
Oh, now she violated. That's a double violation. No. Took her off the Canes for Villanova. It's kind of wild. I'm not even gonna lie. I was gonna let you slide because it's college, and technically, nobody cares about Villanova, but. Yeah, now it's a little crazy. Y'all,
I'm sorry. I actually have a surprise. I can't do it Wednesday. It'll be for Friday. I mean, maybe it'll be for Wednesday. I have a surprise that, I think Lou will like, because he mentioned that I have props. I got a prop for him.
You need a prop to win. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Fire your questions off, man.
All right, you ready for this? Because, I feel like you just not ready. You keep dodging me on these questions.
Yo. That's your question. Listen, chat. If y'all let her get away with this, I'm telling you, I'm highly upset with y'all. For real. Go ahead. Look at these comments. Can you give Jess a Blitz pickup hoodie? So Tony. Oh Lord. Yo, can you ask the question?
Where my hoodie at?
We almost 10 minutes in the show. You know what I'm saying? We need to stay focused, right?
The chat is on. They siding with me. We're not worried about what side Lou is on. They worried about they on Jess's side.
Listen,
that's what
stay focused on the task at hand.
This is the greatest DEI hire ever.
Yo, DEI is crazy. Listen, man, I got you. Listen, all right.
Can we get into minicamp, please?
Okay, I got you. What you want?
Not that I want to talk about it, but I know you do, so let's just talk about it.
All right, let's talk about it. What you got?
All right, so what are you looking forward to in minicamp? Or what are you looking to accomplish because it's only a couple days, so it's not like they're going to do that much. But like, what are you looking for exactly?
Well, first of all, I'm looking forward to.
Why are you laughing now? What happened now?
I'm looking forward to. Yo, y'all got to stop with it.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's only you.
That's off the screen because I can't see him no more. I gotta focus. But yeah, the first thing I'm looking forward to is the most obvious thing is obviously the cornerbacks, the DB, not even cornerback, the DB situations. We have what? Let me see. Outside of Kohu, I think everyone this is going to be their first year in this defense. Wait, look, y'all gotta stop, bro.
Can you go back and read Bon Joe's comment?
Which one? Hold on. Bon Joe, listen, man. Let me get my stuff off. He said, "I've yet to see a woman get excited about anything mini, just so you're right."
Wait, I'm trying not to spit out my drink.
Don't make me pay nothing like that.
Hey, oh my gosh.
I thought you was gated community. Yo, this is a family show. What are we doing?
Oh man. Actually, I need everyone in the chat to vote on that new call that's in the chat because that shit.
Oh my gosh, though, we not doing this.
Oh my gosh, we're not going to accomplish anything without Lou.
Back to business, back to the task at hand.
Right,
listen, I am looking forward to the secondary. Like I said, to the cookout as well. Like I said, everyone except for I think Kato Kohu, this is their first. No, Storm Duck, Kato Kohu, and Ethan Bonner. This is their first year. Outside of those three, it's their first year in this defense, and obviously, Ramsey, he's not showing up. So I'm looking. The secondary is the most thing that I'm looking. Well, the specific position that I'm looking at the most. The second one would be the defensive line, because I'm sorry, not defensive line, offensive line, because I pointed this out briefly on the previous show about we're all like we're looking over. Yeah, see that. We're all looking over the fact that they got the starters. Every season, we always had starters on the offensive line. We never had a problem with hiring a decent starting five when it comes to O-line. But Ethan Bonner equal Cooper DeJean, Mike best stop.
Oh, no. Now you're doing the most.
2.0. Yes. No, bro.
We don't have a Coop.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's crazy.
Him. I'm sorry. I live here. I like him.
White Lightning? Oh, you talking about
Cooper DeJean?
Yeah, he's not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So yeah, as far as the offensive line, we always had the starting five. They always been good enough. The problem has always been injuries, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go look down, right? I think I had it. Yeah. If you go look down this roster and try to bring up the O linemen, do any of the O linemen? I mean, you got Larry Bowen, who else we got? Eichenberg, obviously. Teddy Cushie, Andrew Myers. Do these names ring bells? Addison West, the rookie. I think that's the undrafted rookie out of Western Michigan. Let me go. Yes, from Western Michigan. Those names do not ring a bell. For say so. I think we're sleeping on the lack of depth on this offensive line, and just because they're dressed. I guess because they addressed it high in the second round, and we also moved up to go take Jonas Savaiinaia. People they let their guards down a little bit, but no, bro, we still need to focus on the depth on this offensive line, because that's been the downfall of this offense for the past 3 seasons. Yo, y'all in this Eichenberg love. I want y'all to keep the same energy during the season. I don't want no complaints about Eichenberg. So if y'all think Eichenberg is the suitable, well, you know what? I think he's a suitable backup. So let me not give too much pushback on that. I do think he's a suitable backup, but for him to have to take a significant amount of reps or play a significant amount of games, that's when the problem lies, because he's not the typical starter. So but my 2 main positions that I'm looking forward to in minicamp is this the secondary and also the offensive line. But speaking of positional groups that I'm looking forward to, right? I said DBs. We
Okay.
do know Jalen Ramsey is still in the building. I'm
not tolerating
worried.
this either.
Huh?
Sorry.
I am worried right now. Say it again. Wait, what you said? Hold on.
I'm not
D.I.
tolerating
Jess is wild.
either.
I'm not even gonna lie. I just looked at your name. I don't know if you saw it, but D.I. Jess is crazy. Yo, D.I. Jess. Yo, y'all doing my girl wrong.
I'm
yo.
literally the greatest DEI hire.
Hold on. Mike Best said 34 in the building and 17 lights. Come on, y'all could do better than
real
that.
slacking in there.
Man,
I know
listen,
y'all
if y'all not gonna like it for me, like it for DEI, Jess. Do it for the
me.
DEI hire, man. We doing big things down here.
Also, I should have, made this noticeable in the beginning of the show. But if anybody is paying attention on Twitter, when the Blitz Pickup page did tweet out that we were going live, I like that you put your name last. I'm proud of you. You put all of us before you.
See now.
You even put Alex before
you know what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, man. See, when I ain't do my due diligence when I did the interview process, because you supposed to do your homework on the company you coming to work for. And if you were doing your homework, I always put my name last.
I never, to be honest, I never really paid attention.
If you go back and look at it, it's always, I know.
I mean, I'm glad you put me second. That's all I care about.
Oh Lord,
because you kind of forgot to tag me the other day. I'm surprised the chat didn't even notice.
Yo, we supposed to be focusing on the show. You bringing up all this old stuff.
I'm sorry. I just
you talk about hoodies. You talk about tags. You know,
I know my hoodie.
I know. I was called out for a clout chaser Friday, but I'm just letting you know history. History
it's not a poster, it's a calendar.
You know what I'm saying? History shows that I'm a humble individual. I always put my name last. He said, Tony think he's slick. What I he said, name it last is first remembered. Oh, my best. I ain't think about that, but that's a good way to look at it. The last will be first and the first will be last. That's a good way to look at it. But dang, I ain't talking about I'm slick. I can't even be humble without being called out. This is not, it getting wild. Wrong team. I don't care. That's a fact, Dave. We don't want to hear none of that. But yeah, listen.
He's not on my calendar.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's nothing wrong with my calendar. I think Joelle is on next month, so y'all really gonna hate me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make you do the show you're gonna do your show with the Abby. We're not doing it anymore. Can
the Blitz Pickup buy me a Dolphins calendar? Can that be sponsored?
Yo, a Dolphin. The Blitz Pickup is currently on strike on purchasing Dolphins merch. The ticker by removing Alex and adding Jeff. Oh, well, the ticker. Oh, look at the ticker. Yo, y'all doing I'm not gonna stand for this, man. I ain't standing for y'all doing Alex crazy wrong right now.
I can't wait until Alex shows up.
That's a fact. I can't wait. He got a lot of explaining to do. He got a lot of shots. I hope he bought his best.
Highlight crypto comment. We shout out to crypto on that.
Just because Justice DEI doesn't mean she's not qualified. Hey man, you feel that's a fact. What's up, Tone, Justin, Finn Film?
Hello,
What's
hello.
up, Dolphin Dan? But yeah, listen. My final
back to Ramsey because I want to hear you slander.
Okay, because I know you like Ramsey. So listen, my final thing that I'm looking forward to, the thing that I'm paying specific attention to or special attention to is how long it's going to take for them to get Ramsey out the building. Because I think the longer he's in the building, it becomes a distraction. Because now what's going to happen? It's the off season, so they're not too much getting questioned. And they could pretty much filter out who they want to be answered and the question that they want to answer. When they get the training camp and they got to go out there and answer them questions, now you got to start asking those distracting questions as far as, is he going to show up? Is he holding out? Is he holding in? How long do we think it's going to take before we get him out the building? Is there a possibility of him returning? These are all the type of questions that's going to be not only asked to Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel, but also the players. And the one thing you don't want I believe, going into this season, the position that's lacking the most and that needs to be the most focused the most focused is the DBs. So you don't want that distraction in the DBs when you basically gonna have if you think about it from this standpoint, you're gonna have 4 new starters in the secondary. 4. Right? Now we know Cole, who has been in the slot, but we talk about him being a full-time starter, especially if they plan on moving him to the outside. So no, I'm starting to get nervous, and I'm like, how long is it going to take for them to move on from him? Right? And now I think one of the big holdups is that
question.
How much would you say? What you were saying?
I said that was my next question. I was going to ask you what you really think the holdup is.
Oh, I think.
Remember, he tweeted and said 5, like he was giving us a countdown, and now we like a week after 5.
you see a little impatient right now. You get a little restless. You agitated right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't really. I don't know. Tyreek, I expect some type of troll tweets like that.
Yeah.
But when he tweeted that, I didn't expect that from him. So I'm like, now that's kind of rude. But
how you just go all of a sudden go to being rude? What if the 5 just represent his number, his jersey number?
No, he tweeted that literally 5 days before June 1st.
Okay, cool.
Don't be cryptic.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's when his money kicked in or something. I don't know. Like, why we got all of a sudden go to negative? Like, you know what? He did 5. That means he got 5 days to get up out of here. We got 5 and no more. We don't want to hear nothing else after that. But you got 5 days.
Well, because he made it seem, I'm out of here in 5 days. Like, yeah, okay.
I get it. You know,
you're still here.
It's days.
Now you're holding out, just sitting around.
Listen, I prefer he get up out of here as soon as possible so we can focus on the season going forward and focus on developing this secondary. It's going to be a young secondary for the most part, right? So, yeah, I need them to be focused. And so Ramsey, so I know you don't want to talk about minicamp too long, so I'm going to end it with this one. Ramsey is one of the key position, players, I guess you could say, because it's not the position that I'm focused on to see how long is it going to take, because it's already out there that he's not showing up. So he's already in the media. He's not showing up. So I'm that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna see how long it takes before they get him out the building and not just him not showing up.
Well, I got another name for you.
DBs.
Jaire Alexander.
Yeah.
So how do you feel? Like, if the Dolphins came out and was like, well, yeah, we eyeing him. Like, do you care?
If they eye him, do they mean they trying to see what team he could possibly go in the AFC, and so they could game plan around him? Because if they're eyeing him to bring him in, then no, that's absolutely no. And I don't want to hear, listen, what I don't want to see, and I don't want to hear a single Dolphin fan ask for us to bring him in. Not one. Because I got something for you.
Bring him in. I was just asking. Realistically.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not.
Yeah, just got a thing for light skin. The way she said Jaire Alexander was wild crazy. Hey, yo, I tell you, it's dangerous up here, Jess. Everybody gets it.
Listen, it's all right.
No one's safe up here.
No, but
yeah.
So when I asked, I wasn't saying that I wanted him. Like, I don't want anybody to think that I was like, oh yeah, bring him over here. I'm not saying that. My personal opinion, I think that he's old.
Why you had to use that voice when you said bring him over here? I'm about to leave that light skin.
I mean, he's old. Realistically, he's 28.
28
I mean, that's not old. Like, I'm not saying 28 is old. I'm just saying, look who's back.
Oh, Lord.
What happened? What's going on?
I don't know. You see, she looked real disappointed when you got on stage. You said no. You said that.
I didn't hear what you say, Jess, when I got here. What happened?
I said, here we go. Look who's back.
Oh.
You said there go the neighborhood. That's what I heard. I heard there go the neighborhood.
Listen, I'm trying to hear Tony's thoughts.
I got you. Listen.
Right now.
Okay. She's trying to run. But listen, no. I just want to point out that I believe, right? I went to look him up, so let me not lie. Yes, he's been injured 3 out of the last 4 seasons.
Okay.
The only healthy season he had was 2022, which he was still dealing with a shoulder injury. So look,
Right.
so in 2021, he only played 4 games. He missed 13 games with a shoulder injury. Now we don't test the comments as well. Now in 2022, he played 16 games, right? He still was dealing with a shoulder injury, but he got through all 16 games. Now 2023 and last season, he played 7 games apiece respectively. I'm sorry. So to think that anyone is even considering bringing him in, I think it's like, what are we doing? Because you can't complain about Greer bringing in injured veterans, right? And like, oh, that's the Greer special, and that's what we hate about him. And then as soon as the name pop up, because you know how this fan base is, as soon as the name pop up, it's, oh, bring him home. You know how they're going to say, bring him home. Oh, the Dolphins need to bring him in. Oh, he's a 2-time second team All-Pro, been to the Pro Bowl 2 seasons. Okay, cool. But if you're not, like, what? He's injured. So I'm the best ability is availability. So if he's not available, what you want me to do with that? So I'm sorry, Jess. I know you like light-skinned dudes, but it's a hard no for me. It's a no for me. It's gonna be a no for me.
I feel like I'm never beating these allegations.
Oh, man, listen, man. It is what it is, man. Take it and run with him. Take it and run. You wanna get Lou's opinion on? Lou, what you think about Jaire, man? Bondo, so we talking Alexander. Meanwhile, Sealer is not secure. That's a fact, Vonjo. That's what we doing. Thank you, Vonjo. Talk to them.
I was just asking. I was going to ask about Sealer, Vonjo, but I didn't get that far yet. I had to like kind of squeeze in Jaire. And yeah.
Lou, you there, Lou?
I see. Yeah, y'all cut out for a minute. Y'all can hear
okay. Yeah, well, we was asking about Jaire Alexander. She wanted to hear your take on that one.
Yeah, no, I think, Tone, you kind of one of the last things I heard you say when you brought up Chris Greer, that's the angle I'm going at. It's crazy, right? Like, we want to go get Alexander now, and I think when I was coming in, Tone, you said 3 out of his last 4 seasons he's been hurt. In the last 2, he's only played 7 games. That's 14 games in 2 seasons.
Yep.
1 season has 17 weeks in.
So that's
I don't
34.
know. Jess,
so you missed 20 games.
Math teacher. You were a teacher, right, Jess?
Was, yes.
All right, cool. Well, the math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And the facts is, Tone, why I thought you had a great point when you brought up Christopher Aloysius Greer, right? We'll just call him his full name. Is how in the hell does everybody always blame him for getting injury-prone players, but then injury-prone player gets released, and all I see is the fan base. We need him. Go get him ASAP. Give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Like what? That don't make no sense. Now, it's crazy. You want to hear a stat? This is another. There was a dude in the space earlier. I wasn't around, except for some real good parts, I would say. There was an argument I heard about this same topic with Jaire Alexander, and I think it was Steve that brought up Stephon Gilmore's name. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, Stephon Gilmore, Tone, is a lot older, right? I think about 3, 4, maybe even 5 years older.
Yeah.
The last 3 seasons for Stephon Gilmore, 16 games played, 17 games played, 15 games played.
He's more reliable.
Now, and again, I'm saying you could probably get him for cheaper than what Alexander's going to be asking for, correct?
That's a fact.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't know. But yeah. Again, if you're telling me we're getting Alexander $4 or $5 million, whatever it is, what it is, I don't care about it. But anything higher than that, I got a problem.
So y'all checked out the new poll in the
What is the new?
Should Jaire Alexander be considered yes to Panthers health complex? No, we already got enough our players. Yo, no. Shout out to the producer. That poll is fire. Yo, I'm interested to see how this vote pans out. Yeah, man. I think Go ahead, Lou.
Hey, can I get into the last or just a quick thought on y'all's last topic about Jalen Ramsey when y'all were talking about Ramsey?
Oh yeah, facts. Go ahead. Yeah.
You see, this is where shit happens in life, and when it gets put in front of you, right? I like to see people's reaction, right? How you handle it. Now, Tony, you were talking about the longer it lasts with Ramsey, let's say in the building or just on the team, it's going to cause like questions to arise, and it's gonna be a hot topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What do we always talk about over here? Changing of the guard, right? So we want a different mindset, right?
That's a fact.
I don't care how many questions comes. You know what, everybody? You know the standpoint of the team, from coaching staffs to players to everybody. Oh, we only care about the people that's in this building, and for the people that want to be part of this team. That's the end of the conversation. Right? If you answer it like, and again, I'm talking about a united front. I'm talking about from players to general manager to coach to everybody.
Yeah, like kind of like how the Patriots was. You already know the answer before they answered them.
That's it. You remember how they would ask every player on the Patriots a specific question. It was the same answer. We don't know nothing about that, dog.
Yeah. We focus on football.
Hey, we
focus on
off to the next Sunday.
Yeah,
we off to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact. That build mental toughness. That's a good angle right there, Lou. That's a good point.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So again, we always talking about all these dogs that we have and this. Oh, they're changing the mentality. No, they ain't, because if they was, I don't care how long Jalen Ramsey part of this team. Hey, as long as he ain't in this building or rocking with us, we don't give a damn about him. That should be the answer.
Yes, sir. That's a fact, Lou. That's a great point right there.
So that was just my take on that. I wanted to get that in. I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on that.
So Lou, can we rewind a little bit further to see what you're anticipating for minicamp? Since we're gonna
nothing.
You ain't looking forward to nothing either.
Bro, it's gonna be the same thing as 5 years. We're gonna get 4 or 5 clips of Tua throwing the deep ball. He's gonna be the most accurate quarterback alive. Mike McDaniel's gonna have a new wrinkle for the offense, and it's bro, stop. It's all at this point. It's all agenda and narratives and what the stories we're gonna talk about, right? Well, I'm more interested into the games being played. Like we can talk about all the time. Well, how bad is that secondary going to be? I'm done talking about it. I don't know. The fact of the matter is we don't know how bad the secondary is going to be. Now, if they come out and they're trash, okay, they're trash. If they come out and be the best secondary in the league, okay, that's what it is. But at this point, like how many times are we going to come out and say the same shit? Well, this team's going to be trash because of the secondary. Or we're not going to have an organic pass rush. Or we're not gonna...
The team was trash with that secondary last year. Ramsey was on.
Bro, they were trash with Xavier Howard. They were trash with Jalen Ramsey. They were trash with Javon Holland. Bro, what we talking about? The only difference now, Tone and Jess, is they're going to be trash now with players we don't know their names. That's the only difference. We went from knowing their name and them being trash to not knowing their name and they're trash. What's the difference? Not knowing
so you don't know Storm Duck, Ethan White Lightning, baby.
Man, stop. People don't. You think now? Let me ask you this, Tone and Jess. How many times do you think a team is going to be sitting, getting ready to play for the Miami Dolphins, and let's say Wednesday they're in their facility getting ready for the install, and how many times you think you're going to hear, "Hey, where's Storm Duck lining up on this play? We got to stay away from Storm Duck." Brother, no one cares. Like, what are we talking about?
He got an opportunity to make a name of himself. You don't know. Maybe week going into week 9. You know,
and that's the point right there, Tone. Right, and that's the point. Until they either fold or they make a name for themselves, we can't just keep coming out and being, well, they're going to be trash. Okay, cool. Because we thought last year Jalen Ramsey was going to be our best corner. He was not.
Yes.
We thought we thought Javon Holland was going to actually play well to try to, hey, I'm here. I've arrived in this league. I'm one of them guys. Pay me. He did not. So I'm tired of this what we think. Again, eventually at some point, like I get with the questions, right? And we gotta talk about something. But as far as what I'm looking forward to, nothing. When's the first week of the season? September 8th, 9th?
The first.
That's
September
what I'm looking forward to.
September 7th.
Oh, okay, September 7th. That's what I'm looking
forward to. You should know that, Lou. It's on your flight. God dog it.
Well, hey man, my bad. I'm not looking at my flight right now. Shit, hey man, September 7th. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
right.
Sir.
Like it is what it is, man. OTA is cool. You're gonna Jess. You're gonna see what you're going to get is propaganda and agendas and narratives. That's what they're going to put out.
That is
So
I 100% for sure agree with that, because I done been to training camp and they've been pushing this Ethan Barner on us for 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row.
Hey man, White Lightning, return of the Mac, man, return of the Mac, White Lightning.
Like, bro, and then Tanner Connor, 3 years in a row. Tanner Connor. Like, let's not do this year. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you on that part, but I'm still looking forward to how them boys going at least. You know what? I'm more intrigued about the safeties than I am the cornerbacks. I think we pretty much got an idea who the cornerbacks are. But that boy Trader, yeah, I'm looking forward to Trader. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so I got somebody else I want to talk about too.
You're talking about a lot of people today. I ain't gonna lie.
Huh?
You've been talking about a lot of people today. I ain't gonna lie.
I know I have. Isn't that wild? Anyway,
Hey.
but I have a. I mean, we could talk about other people if you want to. I mean, some other things have gone down, right? Anyway, but so.
You can elaborate on that? Boy, you've been hanging around Lou too much. You're a little too messy right now. I'm telling you.
You got
you
got tolerated and you know, like you got the boogeyman together. We all just together.
Is it just married my bro? Hey, first of all, Lewis is not tolerated no more. You don't see it. You got to read his name.
He's looking forward to nothing. Looking forward to
nothing, Lou.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Okay, so let me ask, right? I'm going to start with Lou because I feel like Tony, I've talked to you quite too much tonight.
Too much is wild.
But Lou, so did you see the video of Armstead on that nightcap video?
On nightcap? Yeah.
Nightcap, yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
did you see the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he had some things to say about him being injured and how he was after games. Does it make you feel differently about him? Like, because like it seemed like he sacrificed a lot. He couldn't walk after for like 3 days, or like he couldn't just be the same person. That doesn't change your outlook on him?
I bet you he walked his happy ass into that facility to cash that check on Tuesday. I bet you that. No, you see what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, like, what are we doing here? Nah, y'all see this is what y'all want. Y'all want that PC answer. Oh my God, he was so hurt, and I don't care nothing about
you
that.
For your opinion, not no PC answer.
What about the times where he wasn't playing and he was waking up on Monday and Tuesday feeling just fine from not playing on that Sunday? How about them? Because he was still getting paid then too. Listen, at the end of the day, bro, they're veterans. He played, what, 11, 12, 13 years? And again, listen to the voice, right? Pause. But he got banged on every play, right? That's what it was. And being an offensive lineman, he's taking punishment or receiving punishment or giving punishment out, however you want to say it. Again, pause, right? But that's what he was doing for, what, 12 years? Of course you're going to wake up after a game and be sad, sore, this and that. But all I'm saying is it's eerily similar, right, to me, and maybe I'm just heartless, but like when Javon Holland writes those posts, oh my God, I'm working on the treadmill today and I'm sweating so hard, and I'm bro, you're looking for sympathy. For you to go on nightcap and be like, well, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do it. Cool, I get it. You didn't, it's not groundbreaking. You didn't tell me nothing that I already didn't know coming from a 12, 13-year veteran. I'm pretty sure everybody feels like that. Nah, again, these guys get compensated very well. They know what this game represents, what it brings, and I'm always of the opinion, if you're getting paid and paid handsomely, right? Like if your salary is not like what me, you, Jazz, Tone, others in the real world are making. These guys are making.
No, y'all 6-figure people. I'm 5 figures.
Well, again, but he's a 9-figure person. You see the difference? I might be a 6, you might be a 5, but that's a 9. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, listen, for nine figures, I might not want to walk till Wednesday or Thursday neither. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what it is, Tone. You know, hey, I'm just telling you what it is. Nah, bro, to answer Jesse's question, listen, again, thank you for your services. I appreciate you, but do I feel sorry or does it change my opinion? No, hell no. No. He was compensated to do a job, And whether people want to believe he did that job or not, that's for their interpretation. But as far as me, like feeling sorry, nah, I don't. Not even a little bit.
Okay. Tony?
I think that the first time we basically on this, well, not the first time, but we basically on the same page. I've been watching, and that's the reason I even put it in the title, right? Because I've been seeing people saying, "Oh, now all of you guys that said anything wrong about Terron Armstead, I need y'all to apologize now." For what? What are we apologizing for? Like it's a saying in sports, right? If you on the field, then you can play. Like it's a difference between being injured and hurt. You know, players play hurt all the time. Now, if you get injured, you shouldn't be on the field. So if you make the decision, you do whatever you want. Listen, kudos to him for making the sacrifices, right, to get on the field. With all due respect. But Lewis, he took some of what I want to say. I think that money had a little bit to do with the motivation, too. So we don't act like he wasn't out there getting paid. And then let's be real. You gonna tell me, right? You get to go play the game that you love, get paid handsomely, and you don't got to practice? It sounds like a 3 for me. That's no. So we don't owe him no apology.
Yo, 3 for me is insane, by the
way.
Hey,
wait, what's wrong with 3 for me? Jesus
hey,
Christ.
3 for me. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Wait, hold on. You talk about he getting banged on. So don't even come this way.
I said pause,
look
Tone.
this way.
I said pause, Tone.
I don't care. Pause or no pause. That's wild crazy. You feel me?
Hey, Jess, was 3 for me a little wild though, Jess?
What you were thinking about when I said 3 for me? I could have been talking about, you know what? I ain't gonna say
well, you care to elaborate on that?
Yeah,
you care to elaborate on that?
Listen, yeah, so the fact of the matter is, listen, there was he was incentivized to do so. Let's put it like that, right? So we're not gonna eliminate that fact. That factor. I hate when people come out here and say, "Oh, y'all owe them a apology for what? For what? This comes with this is the nature of the game. Players get injured every time. He did what he had to do, right? So I don't understand why people always have to be so sensitive. You want to know the problem? The problem with this fan base is they don't understand to be a coach in sports, period, right? Sometimes you have to be heartless. Sometimes you got to say the cold hard truth. So you cannot move and coach based upon your feelings because this is a business, right? Because whether he's doing what he had to do to get on the field or not, that paycheck still was gonna clear. So, like, miss me with this, owe him apology. We appreciate it, right? Because you did what you had to do to hold up to your end of the bargain. Why we give people credit for what they're supposed to be doing? I would never understand that. You're supposed to do everything you can to get out on the field because that's what we paid you for. That's what you're getting paid for. So why would I give you credit for just doing what you're supposed to do? At the end of the day, respect, do what you got to do. You retired, because you couldn't handle it anymore. That's cool. He said he got tired of playing on them pain meds. So I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? I would I get it. You don't want to tell your body and destroy your body down. But at the end of the day, that's the nature of the beast. This is the sport and the profession that you chose. That's how it goes. Facts. It is. I know it's nice and it's cool and everyone want to see him and you want to root for him. Cool. We always rooting for him. He played the most games that he did in his career, I believe, 14 last season. So we gave you a round of applause for that. But at the end of the day, what's best for the team is someone that could be out there for all 17 and possibly if we make a playoff push or a Super Bowl run, you need players that's going to be available. So we cannot ignore that part of the sport or the business. Let me say the business part. You cannot ignore that part when you start to do your evaluation and how you critique these players or when you give them credit. Give him credit for doing what he had to do, but that's it. No more. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts about it. I'm glad Lou. I should have known Lou was going to say he don't care at the end of the day. But the rest of the fan base, like, what are we doing? Like, chill. Stop with the soft. We can't stop being soft. And everything we do, we look at it in a soft way.
Here's another thing. So here's another thing you need to chill on. He always looks so perky. Hey, yo.
I didn't say that.
Hey, yo.
Listen, but he said, yo. Perky. But yeah, no, I'm not giving people credit for what they're supposed to do. No. Kudos to you, my brother.
All right. So, I don't know. I keep talking about people tonight because I got somebody that I've been waiting to talk about.
Let me guess. He likes
waiting to talk about this. So, our favorite person, Tua, right? He got a love-hate relationship with the month of September. Like it's like a rivalry. Because I don't know if you paid attention. If anybody was in the space, I think it was like last week sometime on like Thursday or something like that. Lou had mentioned 3 out of his last 4 seasons, Tua did not make it out of the month of September without being injured. So,
Hey, Jess.
I'm curious what you think.
Well, Jess, real quick, can you? Because I like the way you did that once. Can you say that again? Where'd you hear that from? Tone, I don't know what's so funny. Hey, man, listen.
You couldn't hear, right, Lou?
I told y'all I'm in the boonies right now. Hey, Jess, it just sounded good when it came out. So I just didn't. Hey, man, it goes in and out. Jess, you care to say that one more time, Jess?
It does what?
Go. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. I'm just trying to say, man. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes my headphones are going in and out.
YouTube is gonna ban us.
Oh, no.
Hey, man. My headphones go in and out. Jess, don't let the chat or Tone do this right now. Can you just say where you?
The chat is going wow.
Oh man.
Hey, yo, bro.
Hey, Jess,
wow.
Can you just tell everybody where you heard it from, Jess? Go ahead. One more time.
I heard it from Lewis on a space last Thursday, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, your belief is correct. You did hear that from me. Now, shout out, that wasn't my stat. I'm not, I try to stay humble up here. So I'm gonna give the boys credit. That was Alan Poupard and Chris Perkins on Alan's show, All Dolphin Podcast. Shout out to them. That's something that I didn't realize, right? So you take 2023 out of the equation because we all know Tua played all 17, or 18 if you consider the playoff game. But besides that, bro, your starting quarterback don't make it out of September. We're not talking about October. We're not talking about November. Oh, shit. We're looking up in December, and, hey, man, he has the Terron Armstead. He's played 13 straight games, and he's a little hurt. Okay, cool. We get it. Bro, you're not even getting out of the first 4 games of the season. Now, Jess, me and Tone got a kind of phrase over here. We kind of said, what am I supposed to do with that?
That's a fact. Listen.
And what is Mike McDaniel supposed to do with that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because Mike McDaniel is the one, according to what people said today in the Twitter space, like I told you, I came in right on time. Mike McDaniel must be practicing certain throws and having to tell quarterbacks what to do, right? That's what I heard today. Well, imagine Mike McDaniel, to what everybody says, right? He puts his game plan and everything's focused on Tua. Well, imagine if you're doing that and all of a sudden you're the guy you have the utmost faith and confidence in, right? He's leaving you high and dry. Now, I know what Tone's going to say, man, but who vouch for? And again, I get it. All I'm saying is, though, for the people that hate the Mike McDaniels and he can't coach, he can't do this, he couldn't get Skylar Thompson ready. Man, listen, I don't think Jesus Christ himself could get Skylar Thompson ready. I mean, let's just call it, bro. Can we call it a spade? I mean, go to Indianapolis last year, Tone. We did the highlight. Quick slants. I'm talking about slants, slant routes, bro. 3 hits, back foot hits, balls coming out. It's easy throw. Bro, Tyler Huntley couldn't even complete those. Like, at some point, what do you want Mike McDaniel to do, dog? Mm-hmm. Right? So, again, I'm glad you brought this up, Jess. I think, again, whether we like it or not, this season, it always comes down to Tua. When he's playing, it comes down to Tua. When he's not playing, it comes down to Tua. It is all based on Tua. And when I say that, you know how this thing works, Jess and Tone, right? Oh, my God, you see Lewis and everybody else, all y'all talk about is Tua. No, let me make the same comment. In Cincinnati, the season goes around Joe Burrow. In Buffalo, the season gravitates, it goes around Josh Allen. In Baltimore, it moves by Lamar Jackson. You see how it goes? It's not just a Tua conversation, it's a quarterback conversation. And if, God damn, bro, I'm just saying, if we can't trust our quarterback to get out of the first month of the season, I mean, what realistic expectations should we have of this football team? Right? Like, just facts are the facts, bro, at some point. So that's my comment on it. Jess, I wouldn't be mad if you wanted to say one more time where you heard it from, though. By the way, hey Tone, what's good, Tone? Tone, man, Tone, you doing too much laughing, dog. You doing too much laughing tonight, dog.
Oh my God. Yo, this man is wild. Oh God. Yo, Crypto said the bottom is falling out. I get it, because I don't know what Louis does. It must be that driving, he hallucinating right now. He might be a little bit delusional.
What am I on? What does Crypto mean by that?
I wouldn't mind if you said it one more time. Wow.
Well, I'm just telling you what. Hey, well, again, hey, see, this is what y'all love to do on this show. Y'all like to take my shine away, man. That's what it is.
Hey, listen, you do your thing, boy. Yo, go ahead, man.
Hey,
Lou,
what you think, Tone?
This is what I was gonna say. I'm glad because you actually cleaned it up. Because I was gonna say, Lou, you know how you always say, Tone, now you giving them out with the offensive line. I'm like, you giving them out by saying this the season starts and ends with Tua. No, it starts and ends with the quarterback. Period. So
absolutely. Right.
It doesn't matter. There isn't a team in the NFL that their season don't start and end with a quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you know for the most part you're not competing for a championship. These are facts. So the fact that, and when you brought that stat to the space, I was like, even us over here that we criticize them, we didn't even pay that no attention. Then September. Y'all do understand that's the first month of the season. Which means at max you can play 4. At max. Bro, you can't win like that. You can't. And I know you said, I mean, just looking at that, it's like, but how you sign something like that? I'm not gonna get back into that part because that's gonna just piss me off a lot more. But yeah, if I had that and if I knew that, I would have brought that to the forefront. Like, yo, not only is he injured, for the most part, he don't make it out the first month of the season. That is wild crazy to me. That's unacceptable. I don't know. I just don't know how you could deal with that. And no coach should have to deal with that. No coach. You know what I'm saying? I could say it's unfair, but you know, everyone. I don't give no sympathy thoughts. They lighting me up. See, I'm trying not to go out, but it's crazy. What happened?
So do either of you, if you were to be betting on it, how would you bet that Tua does make it out of September this year?
Oh,
or would you bet on it?
Before we say what we betting on, I had an issue with the way you phrased the question by saying he has a love-hate relationship with September. No, he has a hate relationship with September. What do you love about it? There is nothing to love about him.
That he thought he was gonna get through.
The man should start off the season suspended on an hour or one of them, so he can miss the first 4 games. Like, listen, September is dangerous for that young man. He should never want to see September ever. He should do it Terron Armstead, but instead of missing the first 3 games, the first 3 days of the week, he should miss the first 3 games of the season. Mandatory, because goodness, his stats are good in September. Yeah, because he played once. 1 or 2 games in September. No, bro. That is a wild stat. That is crazy because I think it was week 3, the first year he got injured. The one against Cincinnati because he was coming off the game, the only victory he had against Buffalo in week 2. Then he got injured on Thursday night in week 3, right? Or was it week 4? One of them. And then, that is crazy. We already know what happened last season. Buffalo. Forget about it. So, dang, this is kind of discouraging. And what I will say though, you know what I'm saying, is at this point, they should have been. There's no excuse for that. Like we probably were downplaying the backups more at this point. Backup became that much important. They should have dropped the 2 starters if that was going to happen because September is, and it's the hardest. I mean, that's when you start building that camaraderie. You start getting the chemistry down with the team. So Crypto said 50-50. Listen, it have to be. He missed 3 out of the last 4 seasons. It's 75% chance he don't make it out. It's simple math. 75%. You can't go no lower than that. Based on simple mathematics, you can't go lower than 75%. That's just being honest and fair. You can't, there's nothing else you can do about that. That's a fact. But I do now. Wait, hold on. You got anything else, Jess? Because
no.
I feel like being a little messy today. So,
Oh, are you in a mood today?
Yo, you with these statements. Lou talk about it.
You said you were trying to get messy. I mean, can you elaborate on it at least a little bit? Like, give us something.
This is a fun. Hey, Lou. You say 90 to 10, Tony. I like them numbers better cook though. Hey, Lou.
What's good?
We got into it about that pass again, just a little bit more, right? Earlier.
You talking about the Tua pass?
Yeah, the Tua pass. Remember that?
Yeah.
This pass seemed to be such a hot topic, right? And sometimes I'll be like, boy. And then when I heard in the space, and I heard you in there, when they try to bring up Mike McDaniel, which is why I sent you the video clip of what we don't know what Mike McDaniel probably was asking him. First of all, I want to say this. The day, y'all remember when Pete was in there? You really had to put that in the chat, bro. Like, what? This is wow. But just as a thing you should have known, 75%. This is not say September. But what I would say is the fact that I don't like the way that it makes us seem bad as a fan base when we make unnecessary excuses. Blaming Mike McDaniel and what he possibly told him to throw the ball as an excuse for what Tua threw the ball is crazy. But you remember in spaces when Pete said the interception that Skyler Thompson was throwing was because Mike McDaniel told him to throw that? I mean, because Tua said he would told him to throw that. We always killing him. But then you got guys come out here and say, "Oh, we don't know what Mike McDaniel told him to throw the ball." Like what? You paying a franchise quarterback? You telling me your coach got to tell you what to place the ball at? The coach got to read the defense for you. When you get to that line and you see single high, and they don't immediately rotate to a cover 4 or a cover 2 or a cover 3 look, bro. What are we doing here? You know the route concept. I'm trying to figure out if you know the route concept and you got single high. It takes a split decision to see if they're going to rotate out of that coverage, right? For you to understand, you have a double move, which means it's a longer developing route. You should have saw that, period, right? And then there was this other narrative as far as he was flat-footed, so this is why they assumed, right? I'm just saying assumed. This is why they assumed that it was a back shoulder throw, right? And I'm like, he makes those throws a lot, more often than not. But you know me, sometimes, I figured we might have had a little bit of time after the show. So you know what I did, Lou? I went ahead and loaded up all the Tua's 20-plus passes based on air yardage. I loaded them up. So I forgot. I think it's like 20 plays. So let's go through the plays really quick, shall we? Let me try to share my screen real quick. At 75%, 75% percentage at the blitz pickup. Yo, y'all, what are we doing in the chat right now?
Oh, damn. 20 plays.
These are all his deep throws. You know when I'm over here, so y'all got to let me know. Y'all, is it on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me take away the end zone. No, we need the end zone because we want to see his base. So let's run the plays. I'm not even going to talk too much. Oh Lord. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I forgot I had this loaded. I gotta restart it before we get it. Let me where we at? Let me move that real quick. Let me restart it. Hold on. I ain't even gonna talk too much either. I'm just let it run. Just to see his footwork and how he often, like, that's just how he throws. All right, let me share this. All right, what we doing, man? We tripping right now? Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me share.
It got a little quiet.
To this. Yeah, because we're waiting on it. It's back on. It's back on. Y'all can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna let him run. And we focus on his footwork. You see how often he stepped into them deep throws. And majority of them are to Tyreek, by the way. Did y'all see that? Now here, y'all saw that, and it wasn't no back shoulder throw, but watch his footwork here now. Hold on, let me zoom in here. He ain't stepping to that throw or nothing. Same thing down to the sideline, which is what he kind of overthrew Tyreek on that one. Not on the throw, he overthrew him flat-footed. Kind of the same route concept as well. Instead of the out and up, he just ran down the sideline, though. Here you go, the second play. Let me zoom, let me full screen it. Let me pause that right there. That's the play I really wanted to get to, right? That's the play. Lou, did you just watch that play? Did you just see that throw?
Yeah, it looks like the ball hit the floor. He overthrew Tyreek there?
Overthrew him off his back foot.
Yeah.
I just I thought that was a little bit further down, so I really didn't even need all of them. I wanted to get to that play right there. For this is not stepping into the throw, right? Down the same sideline, he overthrew him off his back foot. Off of his back foot, bro. So I just hate when people, I think what it is that we try to make excuses for him, right? And try to be like, oh, based on his mechanics, he was trying to he was trying to do a back shoulder throw. No, that was off his back foot. Same down the sideline to Tyreek, he overthrew him off his back foot. He's trying to be too perfect with the ball. This is what his problem is. Now we're gonna see a close-up to look at his mechanics. And after this, I got one more. Matter of fact, I didn't even know it was this early. I'm gonna go to the last one, I think it is. Look at that. That was 45 yards, bro, off his back foot. 45. I see you, Tua. So I just had, let me get one more so I can show, because I hate when I think it's the last one. Hold on. It's the last one. Malik Washington. I think this is it right here. The one where he, I believe, if it's not, I believe this is, here we go. I believe this is the one which should have been a back shoulder throw. Because we paused it. You see how he's over him. You get what I'm saying? And he's finna throw a deep one. But look, he's playing the deep route. This is, you see how he's looking back? Quarterback and receiver could be on the same page right here. And you throw a back shoulder, he stopped, the cornerback gonna keep running. And that is the type of coverage where you execute a back shoulder throw. But what he do? He throws it right there. He's still over him. This is the perfect time play that you throw a back shoulder throw, because the ball would have been more right here. It benefits him to come back to the ball, and that's basically the only way you can make a completion, because the cornerback is playing the deep, and that's out of bounds. Out of bounds, basically. Did you see that one, Lou? Hold on, let me come back.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see the footwork first on this one. Again, still flat. That's just how he throw. He throw with touch. Put a little bit more talk in his throw, but basically, nah, that's not like. Let me pause this. Let me pause that. And to be fair, he was getting killed by CB. He said he was getting killed. Like the excuse they make for Tua. I'm back over here now. Yeah, I see. So basically, Lou, you know what I'm saying? I went through all of them, and I knew I had them 3. I thought that one was further down. And I'm like, bro, now all 20 of them, bro, there's not one time, well, maybe one time that he stepped up into the throw. Once. But when I was trying to explain, I'm like, yo, that is how he throws his deep ball. Regardless, he don't really necessarily step into his throws. No, he always try to finesse it so he could get the perfect pass so they could run underneath it and keep running. And these are the things. So when you see things like that, right, and you go back and you watch the play, it's okay to say, you know what? No, that was just a bad play. It was a completion. Yes, it was. It was a completion. But the thing about it is, that completion could have been a touchdown completion. And if you get paid like the elites, or if you want to be on the level of the elites, you make those throws. And these are the type of plays you critique him on because you want to see him constantly get better. Right? Never step with force and conviction. That's a fact, Dave. But the problem is because I think the reason is because he's trying to be too finesse with the ball. He's trying to place it in a spot instead of just letting it fly. So that's what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to point out to people.
Do you and Dave know how Mike McDaniel is coaching it at practice?
Hey, yo.
Because if y'all don't know how he's coaching that at practice, I'm not trying to hear none of that dumbass shit you and Dave are talking about.
Yo. And then, you know what? I went through it. I didn't want to go through all of them, Lou. But if you go back through there too, there's a lot. When I say a lot, Lou, there's at least 4 or 5 more of the same exact type of route, like throwing deep, that Tyreek has to come back to the ball. I'm talking about this. I think it's three more times with Tyreek and once with Waddle. Right? And when Waddle catches on one of those plays, and I think that was against the Patriots game. So it's just him trying to be too perfect with the ball. I think that what Dave had said, along with you, Lou, right? In the space that and you go back and watch the film, it's like, yes, the film proves what you guys were saying correct. He tries to be too finesse with the ball instead of, but listen, Dan Marino said pick a guy, let it fly. Sometimes you just gotta let the ball fly. And that's it. CB also said we would pay Alexander $8 million this season. Jaire Alexander, wasn't he getting paid like $21 million a year or something like that? So he should come back for cheap, but not for us. I don't want him. I don't want him cheap at all.
No, I don't want him neither. I ain't gonna
at all, but like at all, I don't want him at all. That is.
If he came cheap, I would, whatever. But
no, you want to bring him in cheap, and he's most likely probably not going to play because he was out for the last injury was a knee.
I get it.
So at DB, you have to react.
I get it, but like I said, if it's $4 or $5 million, I'm not tripping.
Oh, okay. When you put it that way, I don't think
I'm not tripping. If it's a $4 or $5 million deal, 1-year deal, prove it deal, he wants to come here. Okay, cool. At that point, I'm not tripping. I'm talking about 9, 10, 11, 12 million for.
Oh no! No.
I'm not in the business for that. But like 4 or 5 million, yeah, I would take a chance.
Hey. Oh, sure. Okay, I got that. We up one, Lou. I got a text say we up one, man. How you feel about that?
What do you mean? We up one and what?
Vamos got those. You heard me.
Oh, they playing today?
Yeah, they playing today. They playing tonight. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Here, you remember Batman was talking about the tailgate and all that, but not this one, but the next one. Yeah, they play tonight, and then I think the next game is Wednesday.
It must not be a sellout on. Yeah, it must be blacked out in my area. I don't know. It must not be a sellout.
Yeah, here we go.
Down there.
All right, here we go.
I didn't even know the boys were playing.
I gotta ask Lou something. Lou, did you hear Tony, Lou? He said we up one. I didn't. He joined.
That had me confused. Right?
Yeah, I know.
I was confused.
I know one thing. If you say anything about Villanova, Philly, or the Dolphins, I'm about not hear y'all say we want nothing. They about to start with a W when you're speaking of the team. I'm telling you right now. Since y'all talking about we, yes, we are up one. My team, me and my team, we out there. You understand? I might see just because y'all talk. I might still go show up, take a couple shots on an empty stomach just because y'all trying me like that, man. 8 minutes.
Hey, Jess,
Oh, now you
that's
wanna
where I
go.
was confused. That's where I was confused. Jess,
I
when you
here
know.
said
we
we
go.
I
up.
was confused too because
What?
I knew he
I
wasn't
thought,
talking about me and him. So I was like, dang, I thought Lou, you know,
I
I
would
didn't know
I
all
would
of a sudden
expect,
he was a fan now.
I would expect confusion to come from people who teams don't know how to win playoff games. I would expect that. You don't understand what I'm doing. It's all good. It's levels. You know what I'm saying? We speak a different language over here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but what's up, Lou? Man, you good with that? What you think, Lou? I'm so tired of people not being 100% real. One thing that we said, right? The way you become better is being able to take constructive criticism.
Mhm.
So that's what you hold them to a standard. So now, hey, I like this comment right here. talk to a date. Talk to a date. So now, Miss Villanova, slow down. Yeah, you don't got no dog in this fight.
Hey, she repping her city, man. You know what
Nah,
I'm
I see
saying?
it. Yeah, I'm ripping mine too, but y'all don't know who we is, so I get it. I guess I get it. I get it, man.
You know why that is, Tone? Because when people that are not from Florida or specifically Miami, nobody goes to Sunrise. You don't go down south to go to Sunrise.
Cap
Like what you doing at Sunrise?
watching the Panthers put belt
Man,
their ass.
please
That's what you do. Yes,
stop.
sir. Yes, sir.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh man, no,
Yeah,
but
that is a fact.
listen, Tone. We know the portion of the fan base that will not make. You know, it again. This is and people have heard me say this. This is where I do give Tua the credit. I don't think well, let me not say that I think he likes to hear the criticism, right? But Tone, the last show on Friday show when we actually played the clip we were talking about that started all the controversy, right? The facts are Tua himself was upset at himself,
Yes,
right?
yes.
At least I can give him credit for that, right? It's
Yep.
these people, it's the people that I think you're trying to talk to, and I've been trying to talk to, is you are defending a man that knew he did wrong. Let me say that again so maybe it can make sense. People are defending a man when the man is letting you know he did wrong. Like if he was, how do I want to say it? If he would have just came out and been happy with that completion or whatever, I could even see the people's argument or whatever. But he showed you the frustration, like, damn, I just gave up point. You could tell it bothered him after the throw. That's why it just don't make sense for people to be like what I heard today, Tone. It was crazy. We're blaming Mike McDaniel. That we don't know if that's
That
how
was
he's
wild,
coaching
dude.
it.
That's
And
what made me. I'm like, I rushed home to see if I could pull up the plays and ran through it real quick. I'm like, bro, I need to find a couple of them, you know. And
bro, it don't make sense.
It don't make sense, bro. And there's more in there. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? I might have to revisit that another day when I want to be fully messed. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some throws.
Feel what? What you say?
No, I was reading the comment. 45 people in the hey, 45 people in there, only 35 likes, man. Y'all get the likes.
Hey man, yeah, we're gonna let that rock. But yeah, listen,
I'm not gonna lie, crazy fan. Being late to a Blitz pickup show is wow.
How are you gonna be mad at them for being late and we late?
Because we late. So if you late here, then man, I don't know what to tell you, my man.
No, so I got a question for Lou, right? So he just said he gives him credit because Tua was upset about it. What if Tua wasn't upset? What if he just all right, let's go on. Next play. Would you be upset about that?
Well, no, because as a player, no matter if you have a bad throw, interception, miss a tackle, whatever it is, as a competitor, right, you got to let that go, right? It's easy for us to say, oh well, you know, and it might, to your point, Jess, who knows if it affected him or bothered him. All I'm saying is, off that one throw though, in that game, he was still 25 for 28. For 2 touchdowns, it don't seem to me during the moment it affected him. Like, I won't go that far and say, listen, everybody's human, but no, I wouldn't look at it a different way. I don't, especially if I was talking to Tua or any player. Listen, in a sport, you're going to get beat. Like I heard Dade say something earlier when I went back and I listened to some of the Twitter space earlier. Dade said, as a corner, you're going to get beat. Right? That's a factual statement. Like, no corner in this league is going to never give up a deep shot or a ball or whatever, right? So if you do give up, let's say it's a 3rd and 15 and you give up a 20-yard play, well, damn, I need you the next play to make that up or make another play on the ball. So no, I wouldn't look at it like that, Jess. It is what it is. I think Tua, when Tony showed the play on Friday, I think we did a pretty good illustration of Tua accepting accountability. I think once the ball left Tua's hand, he knew it was a bad ball. And he showed that by clapping his hands and hitting his helmet like, damn, I just missed out on the throw. So, nah,
Hey.
I like that. I like accepting accountability.
Yeah. Hey, Vonjo, I brought this up. I was gonna put it back down because I noticed one thing. You capitalized everyone's name except for mine. I feel the type of way about that. I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying? That's the first thing I noticed here. Hey, why mine's all in lowercase?
Man, little T is wild.
That's fact. he called to a little T. I don't know what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? But he said, damn that Lewis, Tony H and Jess. Why would Alexander choose the Dolphins Dolphins versus other teams if he's coming at a discount? That is a great goddamn point. Yeah, if you coming at a discount rate, you going to go to a team that have a potential to win a Super Bowl. That I agree too. That's racist. You love racism, man. I don't know. Maybe because I'm the darkest one on the panel. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying, Vonjo. I don't know. Locate the whole name, first and last initial is kind of wild. I can see both the last name on there, but you lowercase all mine, and then you capitalize the J on Jess. Like, nah, that was on purpose.
we gotta stop. In my opinion, though, we gotta stop making comments like that. Why wouldn't he want to come to the Dolphins instead of go to a contender? Because again, knowing Vonjo, the person, knowing Vonjo, Tone, and Jess the way I know him, I understand from his viewpoint because I know who he is. But let's call it for what it is. I think Jaire Alexander is 27 years old, right?
28.
Okay, 28, right? Still a fairly young man,
yes.
Right? And at the end of the day, some of these players don't have the mindset of some of these fans and maybe some of these older heads or whatever. Like maybe he sees it. Tony just brought it up. What he got paid in Green Bay. Right?
Yeah.
Like I think at one point he was one of the highest paid corners in the league.
I think it was 3 years, 84 million, something like that, or 4 years, 84 million.
Right. So he got money, right? And now if you're financially set, and let's say Miami offered you another 5-6 million, no income tax state, and you're a 28-year-old man with another 6 million coming to you in Miami, right? Like maybe winning and maybe Super Bowls and things of that nature. And again, I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just trying to give a different perspective. I think we got to stop saying, well, people just want to win championships and stuff. Like the people that show you they're trying to go places, like Calais Campbell, perfect example, right? Did he go to a contender? This is probably his last year of playing football, but did he go to a contender?
He went to a team that had the potential of being a contender. Yeah, they had championship aspiration. I just got a text message that say Panthers scored again. I'm just keeping you update that I'm getting. That's all I'm getting, Lou.
Okay, I mean that's cool, man. Listen,
Obama got though. I see you in there.
Even the sun shines on the dog's ass from time to time. That don't matter.
Yeah, well, did it happen last night? I got you.
All I'm saying is, again, Calais Campbell left Miami to go to Arizona. Is that a contender?
No, he didn't leave Miami to go to Arizona.
Where'd he go?
Oh, you talk about this year? Okay, yeah, and that was it. That was he got drafted. So no, that's not. I don't think that's a contender.
Well, again, what I'm saying is though, it could be a possibility where this is his last season playing, right? I think we can all agree on that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you probably want to go back to the team that drafted him.
And again, that's fine, but in a career like that,
I think.
Would you rather go to a team that drafted you or a team that could probably put a Super Bowl ring on your finger at that point, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it. If it was me, I'm not going back to Arizona. I don't care if Arizona drafted me number 1 or in the first round or whatever. I'm going to Baltimore. I'm going to Baltimore. I'm going to Buffalo. I'm going to Kansas City to see if I can win a ring. I think these players nowadays, they really don't care about that. It just is what it is. Whatever the happier fit. So, yeah, there's some other spots. There's some other spots that maybe Alexander can go, but I think if Miami did offer and stuff, at least the appeal of being in South Beach, being in Miami, being whatever as a young man like that, I think that could be appealing to these players.
Could be, but I mean, you have an agent that's there. That's what you have agents for. They supposed to guide you on making better decisions. Now, in Calais Campbell, in his situation, he's a veteran. He does what he wants to do. But Jaire Alexander, what is like his 7 to 8 year in the league. So I mean, I think your agent will have, because that looks good on them as well. Like, yo, listen, he took a discount, but I got him to a championship contending team. He's still trying to build his resume also. So that's why I probably look at that situation a little different. So I kind of do tend to agree with what Vondre was saying. Like, if I had a choice and I'm going to take a discount, I'm gonna go to a contender. We heard Xavier Howard say that until he feel like no one wanted him. He was like, yeah, I'll take a discount if it's someone that's competing for championships. So I just think that could be the mindset. What's going in LA is a movie. I don't know what that is. But yeah, man, that's all I got. You got anything else? What happened?
I'm saying, I just don't agree with that.
I get it.
It's the same. It's the same thing. I don't care what the narrative. Oh, he's not from Miami or he's not from Florida. I don't care about none of that.
No, I don't care about that one.
No, I'm saying Devon Joe's point. He said about Calais Campbell again. The point stands for every player. I don't care who drafted you. I don't care where you're from. If the point is a player that is, let's say, wants to take less money, they're going to take less money to a contender. Well, then Calais Campbell, I don't care if that's where they drafted him. He took less money to not go to a contender. He took less money and went to somewhere where it would just make him happy. That's y'all are making my point, is what I'm saying. Maybe Jaire Alexander don't care about winning a championship or whatever. Maybe he just wants to be a 28-year-old running loose in the state of Florida, specifically Miami. Could that not be a case?
I hope not. I wouldn't want if that's his reason for coming to Miami. I don't want him anyway. I want to do that. I want to be running wild in Miami, and that's the reason you can't. Heck no.
And I agree with that. What I'm saying is, but there's a chance that happening. Is all I'm saying. Like, we got to stop with the narrative. Oh, he wants to go play for a contender. How do we know that?
Because that's typically how it works for the most part.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
When players, if they have a choice of where they're going to go and they're going to take a discount, for the most part, they take a discount to play with a team that can help them get a Super Bowl ring. Because you know what comes with winning a Super Bowl? The exposure. You get more endorsements. That's money after football. So, yeah, I believe that's one of the reasons. I mean, history shows that you have players going to more take a discount to go to contenders than you have them just going somewhere because they want to play there. Based on history, no, it doesn't be like that.
Veterans, not the
veterans. I'll give you that. I'll give you veterans.
Yes. Right. And I gave you Calais Campbell. I know he's a veteran. Jaire Sneed, when he was available and stuff. Now, he went to Tennessee, correct?
Yeah, he wanted to get paid.
And he got paid, right? Is Jaire Sneed playing for a contender?
No, but he didn't. See, you leaving out the second part, taking the discount. He didn't take it. He got paid. So that's why he went there. Jaire Alexander will be taking a discount. See, that's two different reasons for going to a non-contender.
Well, again, I'm saying, let's say the money is the same. So let's say Baltimore offers $7 million and Miami offers $7 million. Where do you think he's going?
He's going to Baltimore, probably. Most likely.
Probably. Okay, let me explain to you why I would say, right, in my opinion, and I know we're going to get up out of here, he's going to Miami. Because in Baltimore, there is no state tax. Or in Miami, there's no state tax. So that's $7 million you're making in Baltimore, right? That is going to be, let's say, $3.54 million in Baltimore. Now, you get in that full $7 in Miami, right? And you live in a way better lifestyle, right? And virtually all the way into December, you could be around 75, 80-degree weather. Like, what are we talking about here? But people are going to say for an extra $3 million, he's going to leave that money on the table because he wants a Super Bowl. No, people rather have that $3 million in that bank account rather than a Super Bowl ring. I'm just telling you how these young boys think of it now.
The younger dudes, Yeah,
Well, he's 20. He's 28. He ain't
yeah,
old.
but see, you living out. Okay, the key point to this is taking a discount. Young dudes, when they in there, no, your agent is going to advise against that. You're not taking a discount when you didn't could potentially be your last opportunity to get a big paycheck. What you would do is what he would advise you to do is right, go to a place that could contend, and you could be a key contributor, right, to a competing team, right, and then that for that 1 year, and then you get a big payday after showing and proving. That's what the agent would probably advise them to do. More than likely. Not just take a discount because you want to run around in Florida. Nah.
Yeah, I get it. Again, I think, I'm just saying for me, and I'm trying to keep the same energy, and y'all have heard me say this. When I hear that argument, well, the agent will advise, cool. You advised me. I don't work for you. You work for me. I'm gonna tell you where I want to go. Call Miami and get them on the phone. Tell them we on our way. See how that works?
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying, like,
for some players, but if Drew Rosenhaus is your agent, that's not how it works. Tyreek literally came out and let you know he's the one of the top dogs. What was his message to Drew? Hey, don't get me traded. So these agents, they know what they're doing. Player, you focus on being a player. Agent, let me focus on doing an agent, and we're going to put you in the best situation. Just give me some scenarios. Now, at the end of the day, you're right. The final say-so, it falls on the player. But I think they lean more to the advice from their agents than more likely than not to say, well, you know what, I want to be here, and that's going to be final. Because let's get real. What would if he had, let's just say, if he had an opportunity of making $2.5 million here in Miami, right? And let's just say only $2 million to go to a place like Baltimore, Kansas City, or Buffalo. You're going to take one of those over there because not only is it only, you know what I'm saying, a minor difference, you're in a team that can compete, that can give you more exposure, and then it'll lead to another big bag. So it's not just, thinking short term, it's also thinking long term as well. So I think that's for his age. When you're a veteran, I tend to lean to where you at. Listen, I want to go here. I don't care about contending. I want to be here because I want to be comfortable. I would say they will be move more like that. But a 28-year-old cornerback, this might be your last opportunity to get a big deal. I don't know. I wouldn't advise it. Let's just say it like that. I wouldn't advise him to make that type of decision. They like Cam Ward.
Well, yeah, they can light up all they want. Let me light up the chat real quick. Alexander is also a married man. He is 28 and married. Well, that's a very cute story. I've seen a lot of married men in Miami get in trouble. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? A 20-year-old married. Well, he'll be a 29-year-old divorced man in Miami. How about that? Like, what we talking about, man?
Ooh-wee. If you know like I know.
hey, get your hot like every day. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like, what we talking about?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Dave said, wasn't Diddy married? Like, out of all people, you going to say that? That's the name you going to go with, Dave? Out of all people. Yo, this is wild. Hey, man, listen, I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to hold me hostage so I don't go out there and go watch my Panthers ball out. I know I'll tell you, I might just turn it on, watch it on here, put my smooth box to work. You know what I'm saying? I see what y'all did there. But
you said you were gonna get messy. So we just,
Hey, chat, y'all let her get away with this too much now. I'm telling you, it's a family
You
show.
said it, not us.
I ain't say nothing. What I gonna say? You got anything else for us except for you being messy?
Nope, I'm all good.
All right, Lou, you got anything else for us, Lou?
No. Absolutely, right. We good.
You already know what to do then, my boy.
Oh shit. All right. Well, hey man, from the boonies, this is the Blitz pickup. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep coming for the next episode, which will be Wednesday, sometime after 7:30. I've seen the original poll. Is the show going to start before 7:45 or after? I voted after. just because I know the inner workings
Same.
of how the show works. Listen, man, we'll be back Wednesday, 7:30. It'll probably be Tone and Jess until I arrive. And I did not pick a side, by the way. I stayed neutral.
Hey, we thought you forgot about that, Lou.
Yeah. No, I definitely wasn't gonna let that go. Again, shout out to everybody involved in all parties. I rock with everybody. I don't want no damn problems. But hey, man, this is a Blitz pickup.
Thank you, Vonjo. They let him get away with that. Keep coming. Like, y'all gonna let him get away with that? I'm like, hey, yo. We keep coming to the next
again, that's
episode.
fine.
I'm not
Hold me
commenting
accountable
on
all
that.
you want. Listen, man, for Tone,
Not
for
doing
Jess,
it.
for myself, for the producer in the back, this is the Blitz pickup signing off. We'll see y'all Wednesday, 7:30-ish. The Revolver in Atlanta, in the boonies. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, bang.